didn't believe.
Big shot there. A good. So that's some fine work right there by Nonito Donaire. Oh, a big snare, but wow!
Up the third before.
Oh! The receiving end of a, there it is! He is not in good shape. He could be Nonito Donaire is coming down to the ring right now. Not seeing much personality out of this ring walk.
Remember, guys, obey my commands at all times. Let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up.
Just the opening round of 12 scheduled for tonight's bout. Teddy, we know what it looks like when it lands, but how do you get to the point when you throw a big hook that, hey, I can build the foundation of how to deliver it?
Well, you have to get in good position, and that's a good point. You have to get outside the opponent's right hand. Get close enough where you're not throwing it from a distance where there's an opening. And slip your head a little bit to the left where you're outside that right hand. This way you're safe when you throw it, and you can throw with bad intentions.
Now he's putting his punches together, the combination upstairs. Good defensive skill. Donaire so dangerous with that accuracy, a two-punch combination landing. Good job staying away from the danger there. Gets rid of that effort. Basic but beautiful. Jab, left hand. Nice strike after catching one by Nonito Donaire. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. To the head he goes and lands well with the right hand left hook combo. Watch the hook. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Nonito Donaire. Tremendous pace being set early on here between these two. Can't see this fight going the distance with this pace.
No, not unless something changes, like moving their heads a little bit.
Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Nonito Donaire. End of this round. Joe and Teddy sitting ringside with you. It gives us time to reflect on the bigger picture of boxing. You know, it was interesting. We had a fan walk up to you earlier today and say, hey, I know you learned everything from the legendary Cus D'Amato, the great trainer. And he said to you, what's the one thing you took away from all your years with Cus? What did you say to him?
Well, it wasn't a paycheck, I'll tell you that much, because Cus didn't believe.
Big shot there. A good knifing punch. That back power hand just scored the knockdown. So now the question becomes, after that knockdown, and he has gotten up, how does he survive?
So this is where instincts kick in. You got to start moving that head automatically right now. You don't want to stay in the middle.
Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. He's committed to that left hand, and it's working out. Oh, he's hurt right there. He is hurt.
So in this kind of situation, it's kind of like a wounded animal. Yeah, you can go after, but you better be careful because he'll strike out when you don't expect it.
Now he ties up there. A well-targeted hook to the head by Nonito Donaire. He tried to nab. Solid shot. The left hand came in. Basic but beautiful. Jab right hand. Turned that hook over but couldn't turn it into a connect. Good solid right hand by Nonito Donaire. And now the right hand lands because of the work done by the jab. Oh, he just misses with that headshot.
Hit it out, hit it out.
10 seconds to go in this round. Nice work, great technique, the combo lands. And that's the end of round 2. Donaire's got such confidence there. Look at the corner, you can tell. They just know that this fight could go their way. Scored a knockdown, now they have momentum. His opponent has to be getting frustrated here. He had his man down, but now he keeps getting tied up.
Look, I'm frustrated watching it. I don't care about his opponent. I don't have any pity for him right now because he's allowed himself to get frustrated, allowed himself to get tired. All he has to do is rotate those shoulders back a little bit, push off a little bit, create room.
Not much action as he just ties up.
Side to side.
Lands flush with the combination upstairs. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Nonito Donaire.
Keep your body moving.
Halfway through this round. Putting his punches together, landing 2 shots there. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Nonito Donaire. And now he's targeting upstairs. Well, what do they say, Teddy? Something's got to stick. That combination was something.
Well, you know what it was? The first couple punches were throwaway punches. Set up the later punches.
Good job.
Boy, sharp 2-punch combination by Nonito Donaire. Good return fire that time. Well, with 3 rounds complete here, it's worth a look at Teddy's scorecard to see where he sees it. How about that exchange? You gotta love the offense there, putting his punches together. That's just good, solid, accurate work by Nonito Donaire. Donaire's hand speed right now, the difference with what we just saw, able to land that combination.
Yeah, he's probably going to need a little bit more down the road, but right now, that's got him in front.
Teddy, early on here, you cannot stress enough how much good comes from going to the body.
And you can't stress how many times you heard your parents tell you as a kid, put that change into the piggy bank because it's going to add up. Well, body punches add up.
Sets up that right hand with the jab. 90 seconds to go in round number 4. Nonito Donaire is going to think about the next time he throws a punch because he just got hit by a good solid counter. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Nonito Donaire. Well, something's got to stick. He sends the combination to the body. Oh, you see him with the left of the head there? Look at that combination by Nonito Donaire. And a flush hook lands by Nonito Donaire.
Let's go. ¿Qué está esperando? What are you waiting for?
Round number 5 has arrived. You see him holding on. Not 1, but 2. Good work with the jab up top. Nonito Donaire's doing good damage with the combination punching.
Well, right there's a good example of the benefit of combination punching. You miss the first or the second, the third, the fourth.
Oh! And he crashes to the canvas once again. He's gotten up before. What about this time? I give him a lot of credit for even getting up from that knockdown, but he still has to impress and move forward here.
Yeah, I applaud him. I give him credit, but I also recognize that he's in good shape. That's one of the reasons he got up.
Scored well with the hook after blocking that shot. Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. Committing to the combo now, both land. Nonito Donaire's hurt. Can you believe this? This round is absolutely outrageous. Needs to improve that accuracy, missed with the headshot. That worked out really well, throwing off the right hand after getting tagged like that. Keeping his hands up, getting way of his opponent's efforts. I would assume there has to come a point in this fight where he has to make the commitment to throw the power punches. It's hard to envision a way he's going to win this fight without going down that road.
He doesn't have the confidence to do it. I don't know if he's mentally strong enough to do it. I think he's worried about throwing hard at the guy because maybe in his mind that means the guy will throw hard back at him.
Great hook to the head that time. They had both fighters getting tagged and hurt by the other.
Yeah, well, what you have to do now in the corner, Joe, what you're alluding to is you have to revitalize the fighter. Put some cold water on his head, on his neck, you know, get him ready for the next round and give him some good advice. Tell him how to get away from some of those shots.
Now that backhand, the straight left hand, scores well for him. Combination to the head. He just missed that shot up top. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Nonito Donaire. Targets his opponent after blocking a shot. Well timed by Nonito Donaire. Took a step back, landed the counterpunch.
Exactly what he wanted to do.
Teddy, we know what the problem is. He's getting hit by left hands. Offer up the solution.
Well, Joe, there's three lines of defense. Either you're blocking punches, you're moving your head, or you're using his leg. The problem, he's not using any of those.
A little something for his opponent after getting tagged. Good flush shot by Nonito Donaire. Able to block and counter back. Missed the body shot. Nice strike after catching one by Nonito Donaire. Comes right back at him with a left hand. And he engages in the clinch. Good strong combo. He missed with that headshot. Now, Teddy, it gives us pause and time to reflect on what he's accomplished. Donaire's precision punching has carried this fight.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, it's not because he ate a lot of carrots when he was a kid and he has real good eyesight. It's because why he's right on the mark.
Very accurate work with the hook there after fine defense. Accurate uppercut after taking a shot of his own. Able to defend and then go on the offensive.
Keep your hands up.
Donaire's doing really well on the outside, utilizing his jab. Teddy, he's just covering up. That's all he's doing, but it gives his opponent so much time to pick where he isn't.
Yeah, you're right, Joe. I mean, first of all, some of them are going to get through and some of them are watching them. They're getting through. And you just touched on it. I mean, you cover up,
Wow, nice flush. Big shot comes crashing home. How is he going to survive this? Once again, he hits the deck.
He's going to have to find a way.
Move it. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So he is able to get up to his feet after that knockdown. But Teddy, it's what's ahead that's the problem.
Yeah, we're getting a peek right now into his heart, into his soul.
Well-placed, well-timed combo up top. Well-placed counter-punch by Nonito Donaire.
Headbutt.
Nonito Donaire's got to be feeling foolish, nailed by a counter-punch. And a smart counter-punch by Nonito Donaire. Well, supposed to be fighting, but instead he's hugging.
That's okay. Pay him back.
And there's the left hand working well for him again. Not able to land the head shot. Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. He gives as well as he takes. You saw it on that exchange. Teddy's scorecard shows that this is a completely one-sided fight. I mean, he's done it all, Teddy. He has scored knockdowns. He has just utterly broken down the man opposite him.
Yeah, now it's time for the other corner to say the thing that you hate to have to say as a trainer. You need a knockout to win.
Parries that punch away. Little head hunting with the left. On the mark with the hook after blocking that shot. Digs in with a good solid uppercut after taking one. We got a fighter who was knocked down earlier, who, as you can see, is still going about his business the exact same. Nonito Donaire's in a tough spot right now. Boy, he got rocked. He got rocked. Solid. Up off the deck and now in control. He scores a knockdown of his own.
And he turned it around because
Donaire's climb back up from the canvas may inspire him. How about a return to sender with the left hand? Blocks a shot and then does nicely to work on his own. Good combination to the head. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. Nonito Donaire is the kind of boxer that wants to do just that. Find the target, get the combination working, land both punches. Round 8 comes to an end. 60 seconds, that's all they get. Just 60 seconds to deal with the fact that their fighter has an eye that's completely shut.
that's all they need. I mean, that's their job. Now they got to show that they can perform under those conditions.
He throws a big wide punch and leaves himself wide open.
Well, it's like leaving your window open in your house in the middle of winter. You know, a lot of cold air's going to come in. Guess what? Some hooks are coming in soon.
Comes right back at him with a left hand. Good job. It was sudden, it was fast, it was direct by Nonito Donaire. Donaire's landed a good, solid combination. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. And there he is scoring with the right hand. Not hitting his mark there going upstairs. Good looking right hand after he got hit. Oh, and a two-punch combo by Nonito Donaire. Nonito Donaire's got a little something coming back at him. A counter-punch scored. And he just holds on there. Good step back counter punch there.
Move your head!
Back and forth they go, each man getting the best of it. Donaire's able to avoid that punch. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. Good, strong uppercut. He comes right back with it after taking one. Oh, and he's got something for himself, and it's a left hand. That's the end of round 9. Well, we've seen this before, a fighter with a bad cut, and sometimes a fighter that now has a much greater sense of urgency.
Yeah, right now, if he was gambling, if he was in a casino, he's rolling the dice. He's hoping to come up with 7.
Nice jabs there by Nonito Donaire. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Nonito Donaire. Blocks away that headshot. Little head knocking with that right hand. Donaire's coming up with the answers, avoiding that punch. He gets off with a combination up top.
Keep moving! Keep moving!
Dismisses his opponent's headshot. Well-targeted counterpunch by Nonito Donaire. Hooks to the head. Donaire showing you that sublime skill right now with that 2-punch combo. You see how quickly he pulls the trigger on the hook after that block? Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Nonito Donaire. Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. Punches and bunches, working well. Good scoring shot. It was a straight right. That's the end of round 10.
Go out and fight this guy. Take it to this guy. You have to go out and get this guy.
Well, he's well ahead on your scorecard, Teddy. Here we are in round number 11. At this point, hey, just make it happen. Just get through. Don't let him land that one lucky punch.
Yeah, exactly. He's been sitting at the blackjack table all night long over there in Vegas. And all he has to do right now is control his bets. You know, don't go crazy. Pull back on your bets a little bit. Keep that money in your pocket.
Oh, he is stunned. He could go down. Blocks the headshot. Taking a bit of a breather here, just tying up, hugging his opponent at this point.
Hey, look, even the great race cars, Indianapolis 500, bing, 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 zing, zing, zing. They're going around that track 250 miles an hour. They pull in for a pit stop. They got to get refueled. This is his pit stop, getting a little gas.
Nice block by Nonito Donaire. Donaire's movement helped out there. He avoided that punch. Good fundamental work, landing the 1-2 there. Nonito Donaire's tag. Momentum has shifted.
Well, it is a test of wills, and his will is being
1
tested.
point away over here. 1 point for headbutt.
He is not in good shape. He could be... Oh, that's gotta hurt. Donaire's corner needs to really get to their man after this round. They need to treat him after that knockdown. They also need to give him some sound advice. What's the advice you give him?
Well, first of all, if they're going to get the chance to get to him, he better move his head. But the advice I would give him is, hey, you go out this next round and you kill some time. Tie him up a little bit right from the beginning. Don't worry about losing the early part of the fight or the early part of the round. Just get yourself back together.
Able to get rid of that one. Lands flush with the 2-punch combo by Nonito Donaire. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand at himself. And round 11 comes to an end. Nonito Donaire is in dominating form here tonight. He's doing everything he wanted to do, and he's ahead on our scorecards ringside.
Yeah, but don't forget, he's in the other guy's hometown. So don't let up too soon. Don't start partying too soon. You know, still keep doing the things you were doing to get you to this place.
And you see he turned defense into offense, comes back with the counterpunch.
And that's exactly what he brings to the game. He makes you miss, he makes you pay.
On the receiving end of a, there it is! Blistering combination. The speed of those punches just put him down.
They got there quicker than his hands got back to cover.
He is hurt, but he keeps coming forward.
Yeah, too tough for his own good.
Well-timed counter shot, the overhand right after the block punch. And now they're trading blows. Good counter punch. Took a shot, now he gives a left. Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. Very accurate work. Three-punch combination serves him well. He got hit right there, but he... Wow! Unbelievable! Just the barrage continues. He's knocked down again.
But his desire and heart is just as...
Nonito Donaire is now getting back up off the canvas. And that's some fine work right there by Nonito Donaire. Oh, a big shot comes home for him. Knocked down again. Unreal.
Now you gotta wonder what the corner's thinking. Are they gonna stop this?
2, 3, 4, 5.
That's it. The